Hello, welcome to this video about how to make a LED blink in our development board. First of all, let me show you what we will be developing by just look at the camera here. We have this LED blinking each half a second. In order to do that, we will just need to do some configurations to our development board to do some changes on our code, and after that we will be able to deploy that code. But first of all, let me share with you my screen so we can be on the same page. On the left, you can find the code that I am using here. Right now it's compiling. Remember, when you press this button or Control R, it begins to compile. So it's already compiled. You will find this code on the repository in the video description down here. So on the left here we can change our code, and on the right we can see the connections that are required to this circuit. Here you can see that I am using the external power supply connected to the electrical installation of the house. And just be sure to select with the jumpers the 5 volts output here and here, and to respect the polarity of the connections. The red lines should be the positive with the plus sign here. Just minimal configurations. In my case, I am wiring my development board to the power supply by using a couple of wires, the red one and the black one. I'm using this antenna that you may have it too, but it's not important for this workshop. Of course, we need to connect our board to our computer via a USB cable. So let's go back here to the Arduino IDE, and remember that you need to have installed the board libraries. If you go to File Preferences, you will have this JSON file here, and that's okay. And after that, you need to select here in the Tools menu and the board, you have to select the ESP32 Groover module. Okay, that's the one that our development board has, is that SoC in there. After that, remember to select the correct communication port by going to Tools, Port, and you have to select one of these. It may be different for you, but if you don't know which one to choose, it's pretty simple to know. Just let me go here. Okay, so now you can see the board 2 and my screen. I will make this bigger, and that's it. Okay, just check that if you go to the port, you will have COM3, 6, and 7. This may differ for you, but the trick here is just to unplug the USB cable from the board and then go again here and look for the ports. So as you can see, COM3 just disappeared. So that's the one to use. If you connect the development board again and then you go to Tools, Port, you will have to select COM3, and that's it. Okay, so now here we will go back again, and as you can see in the image, is pretty much the same connections, just for us to know how to wire this. Now the code has been already compiled and we have to upload it to the board. I will press this little button, the upload, and it will begin to recompile the code. And in the meantime, I will explain what this code does. First of all, this line just defines the GPIO to be used to the LED pin. In the case of our development board number 13, it's the LED that we have here. Actually, is the one that we can see right here blinking. If you select GPIO number 13, you will be using this LED. So all the other definitions are just for the time usage. The important one here is this, the interval. This is the number of milliseconds that our LED will be blinking, okay? And here, remember, you have two main blocks of functions in the codes here. The first one is the setup block, and the second one is the loop block. In the setup function, you just configure the hardware to accomplish the different functionalities that you will be instructing it to perform. Here we are just instructing the code, the hardware that the LED pin, which is GPIO number 13, will be used as an output, because we can use it as an input too, but in this case it's an output. So then in the loop function, we only have this line that it's assigning the current time to this variable from the function, and then we are comparing the time from where it was assigned to the time of execution. And in that case, when the execution time is bigger than the interval that we define, the LED will blink. So if we check the LED right here in our development board, it's blinking, but it's blinking each 500 milliseconds. So I will change here, let me make it bigger so you can see it more easily. If I change this, let's say, to 250, and I recompile and re-upload the code to the board, it will go faster, okay? Just remember, this is for making the LED blinking faster. Let's wait for it to compile and to upload the code to the development board. Right now it's compiling right here. When every time you upload a new code or the same code but with any modifications, the Arduino IDE will recompile the code to check there are no errors, and after compiling it, it will try to upload it to the development board. Right now it's uploaded, and see how this blinking is a little bit faster. So you can play with this and have fun with it. So that's it for this video. It's pretty simple. Remember, you have to select the connection port from your Arduino IDE to the development board. You have to configure your Arduino IDE by adding the libraries for the ESP32 board, and then select that board on your tools. And after that, with the code, you can change that interval variable to make the LED blink faster or slower. And this is the very first code to play with. Thank you.